All right, so we've got our new pizza. We've got our tape measure to measure this pizza with. Let's get started and see how it goes. Do a weight test on them. And we're going to compare the weight between the two and see which one's heavier. Who gets you more weight per dollar, square or round? This one is right on 2 pounds. All right, let's see which one that is. That is the round. All right, let's see how much the square weighs. And these are both large, and these are both the same price. Which one weighs the most? This is the square, and that weighs, whoa, just under 2 3/4 pounds.
Amazing.
A lot more weight to the square one than there is the round one. Let's have a look at the math. These pizzas were $7.99 each. The round one was 32 ounces. That comes out to 25 cents an ounce. The rectangular one was 44 ounces. That comes out to 18 cents an ounce, or 28% less. So the rectangular / square pizza is a much better deal on price per ounce. Much better deal. Let's see if that holds up when you take into account the various crust sizes, though. All right, I think this is a 16-inch box. 16-inch box. The pizza itself, on the average measurement, is 15 inches. We'll say there, 15. That's about 15 inches across as widest point. So we use 15 inches as our overall measurement. And if we want to do a crust comparison elimination, we're going to do an average crust width. We got some bubbles here, but we're going to say the crust really goes beyond most of the big bubbles out to the rim. So we'll just do a comparison here from inside the rim to inside the rim is 13 inches, a little under 13 right there, but it's probably a little over 13 right here. It's almost 14 over here. So we're going to say 13 inches is our average crust size. And we're going to compare that to 15 inches overall, and we'll give an overall square inch comparison of square and round, a non-crusted comparison of square and round, and a value breakdown for each of those, price per square inch as well. Side to side, this one is a full 15, maybe a hair over 15. We're going to say 15 and a half by, let's get the other length here, or the width we'll say, or length, however you want to call it, 10. This one's 15 and a half by 10. Now we're going to measure the actual good part of the pizza, the way some people look at it, the part that has the no crust, the actual no crust part of the pizza. So we'll do a couple spots from where the crust ends to where the crust ends on the other side. And this one is, I would say 8.5. Down this end it's about 8.5. I'd say, okay, I think we got 8.5 there. It's a good number. And this one here, about the same. About 8.5. Depending on where you lined up at, it could be. We're going to go with that, though. That seems like a good number because the crust isn't real thick on this. And then lengthwise, we'll go right up to the edge of the crust there. And we're going to say 13 1/4. At this end, it's 13. And this pizza, we can do 13. And out this end, 12. So we got a couple measurements over 13, one right on 13 and about 12. So we're going to say 13 is our size for the desirable, most desirable part of the pizza. Let's have a look at the math. These pizzas were $7.99 each. The round one was 32 ounces. That comes out to 25 cents an ounce. The rectangular one was 44 ounces. That comes out to 18 cents an ounce, or 28% less. So the rectangular / square pizza is a much better deal on price per ounce. Much better deal. Let's see if that holds up when you take into account the various crust sizes, though. All right, now we're going to employ a little bit of our geometry skills from high school or middle school. You remember that, don't you? Geometry, probably your favorite subject. Actually, I liked geometry, and I found a lot of it useful since leaving school. Let's look at the measurements. The round is 15 inch, 13 inches if you don't count the crust. The rectangular, 15.5 by 10, but 13 by 8.5 if you don't count the crust. Now let's remember our basic formulas. The area of a rectangle is the length times the width, and the area of a circle is pi times r squared. And pi does not refer to the pizza in question. Pi is the constant number that reflects a ratio of the area of a circle as compared to the square of the radius. So in this case, the radius of the circle would be half of 15. We've got 7.5 squared times pi, which is 7.5 times 7.5 times 3.14. We're just going to use the 3.14. We'll cross out the 1/6. We don't need to be that exact in this because my measurements aren't that exact anyway. So that comes out to 56.25 times 3.14, which is 177 square inches. So that's our round pizza. Now let's figure out the area of our big pizza. We can figure that out real easy. It's 15.5 times 10, which is 155 square inches compared to 177. Wow. That's quite a bit of difference. I'm going to have to check my math on that, but I think that's right. Well, I have to tell you, this is not going the way I thought it would. The round pizza, if you're counting just the no crust area, 13 inches with a radius of 6.5 inches. Square that, you get 42.25 inches times 3.14 comes out to 133 square inches of the premium part of the pizza with no crust. Compare that to the rectangular pizza, which is 13 times 8.5, and that comes out to 110 square inches without crust. A difference of 23 square inches, which is substantial. So to recap this, you can see our full size of the round pizza is 177 square inches. The full size of the rectangular pizza is 155 square inches, which is 12% less. So you're getting 12% less of the actual square inches of pizza for your money. And it gets even worse when you go down to the crust loss area. And we see the round pizza has 133 square inches without the crust, as opposed to 110 square inches without the crust for the rectangular, which is 17% less. So you've gone from 12% less to 17% less for the no crust area of the pizza. And that's a substantial difference. Weight-wise, you're getting a big advantage by getting the rectangular pizza. But square inch of pizza-wise, you're getting a much better value with the round pizza, which I find it hard to believe. But the numbers don't lie. The only thing I can think of is that it has to do with the weight of the crust. The square crust pizza must be rolled out so that the crust is thicker and there's more dough involved in it, because I can't imagine how else to figure out the difference between the weight being more but the square inches being less. It has to be the crust. All right, one more way to look at it here. The round pizza will cost you 4.5 cents per square inch. The square, 5.2 cents per square inch. And the crust-free zone, we'll call it, 6 cents per square inch versus 7.3 per square inch. The money difference isn't really huge, and I know that if you have your own favorite kind of pizza, this isn't going to convince you one way or the other to pick a different size or style, and it shouldn't. And it's not even truly scientific. It's a lot of rough measurements and conjecture on my part, but I thought it'd be a fun video just to compare the two and see how they stack up in my particular case on the day that I ordered these. I hope you had fun watching this. because I had fun making this and even more fun eating it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.